It says there, Appalachian Trail caution, there are no places to obtain supplies or get help until Aball Bridge 100 miles north. Do not attempt this section unless you have a minimum of 10 days supplies and are fully equipped. This is the longest wilderness section of the entire AT, and its difficulty should not be underestimated. Good hiking, MATC. There's a loon out there. Well, it went under. Them things are sneaky little creatures. But scenic pond here in the 100-mile wilderness. First set of falls we're seeing today here in the 100-mile wilderness. The ledges. Looks like it. Looks like it's getting ready to come another rain, don't it? Good afternoon, everybody. Got on the trail about 8:45 this morning. Went into Shaw's early, a day early. Hiked around through there. I was just having a bad day. Well, there's a couple river crossings. The middle one, it was swift. I should have, I mean, I got across it and everything, but I got out to the middle and I had to go back to the shore because it's too swift, and I had to rethink of a plan to get across. But anyway, after looking at it and walking up river a little bit and down river and everything, I figured where the AT come across was the best place. I just kind of got out and followed the river downstream a little bit and then worked my way back up to the island where it kind of created the eddy right there in front of that island, so it was smooth, and then got up on the island, then walked across the island and then crossed on that side. So anyway, got across it, and then there's another one, and went through that horseshoe canyon and everything. And I was getting chafed and fell a couple times and got in the mud and wallered down it. And then the last time that I fell, I blowed the side of my shoe out that I had got in Gorham. So anyway, after sitting there and just hollering and shouting for a little bit and everything, this guy, he come across through there. He said, I've been walking for about a half mile. He said, I've heard somebody just hollering and shouting, having a meltdown. And I said, oh, that was me. I said, I was just letting out some frustration. I said, I'm doing fine now. I was aggravated because it was just a hard day going across the rocks and the roots and the mud and everything else, bogs. And I was fine with that. And I said, I'm just going to go on in the town. So called, made it by the 4 o'clock shuttle down from the parking lot, and so after called them, they said, yeah, we'll come get you. So they rode up and picked me up and went down. I got a bunk and got me something, went in, and some of my friends that I've been hiking with was already there in town, and they said, you look like you've had a hard day. I said, oh Lord. I said, it has been pretty rough. Okay, let's see if we can walk across this river. So anyway, Poet had picked me up at the trailhead. I hadn't missed the 4 o'clock shuttle. They sent him up to, he runs Shaw's Hostel. So anyway, he come up there and got me, and I asked him, I said, I know this is a long shot, but so I'm going to have to get some shoes. I blowed the side of mine out. And I said, do you have any? He said, well, I don't have no Hokas, but I got some Ultras. So he, when I got there, he gave me the tour of the hostel and I said, well, you know, took a bunk, and he said, come on down, we'll get you some shoes and stuff. So anyway, he hooked me up with some shoes, and so I walked down. After that, I took me a shower and got me some town clothes on and walked down. There's a couple other people I've been hiking with. There's at the pub. So I walked down there and they said, you look like you've had a bad day. And I said, I have. So I said, I'm about to starve. So I ordered me something or other and got me something to drink and had a real good evening. Come back and, you know, left from there and had a real good evening. And slept really well in the bunkhouse. Got up, had a real great breakfast. Had eggs, bacon, fried taters, and everything. Pancakes, all you could eat pancakes. And then after that, just kind of worked on my resupply and everything and got everything prepared for going into the 100-mile wilderness. And so today we ate breakfast and got to the trailhead about 8:45. Our last 100 miles to Katahdin. Good morning, everyone. I tell you what, didn't it rain last night? It poured. The trail's a river this morning, and just slogging our way home through this 100-mile wilderness. Man, I'm working our way across the chairbacks right now, or start of them, I guess. Gotta climb this hill, but anyway, slept pretty good. Stayed in the shelter. Had a real good night, and got up refreshed. And I didn't leave. It stopped raining about 6:30 this morning, so I packed my stuff up and got on out of camp. Supposed to rain off and on today, so we'll see what we get done. I'm gonna get off here and see if I can climb this. Well, we're at the top of Barren Mountain, 2,670 feet. Used to be a fire tire up here, but they've dismantled the top of it. Don't think I'd want to climb it either way. But it's totally clouded in. Old airplane crash right here, but the father and son actually did walk away from it. So nobody died in it, so that's always a good thing. But I'd hated to be the one that parked it there. This is kind of our first view for the day. Fog's lifting a little bit. Trail's been wet today. Saw some trail maintainers a while ago doing a little rock stairway. That was a big old rock that's moving with a pulley system, but it was drizzling pretty good. I felt plumb sorry for him in that muddy mess, but I'm glad Dad's doing it. I mean, trail wouldn't be here if it wasn't for maintainers doing the, you know, trying to keep it up and everything, and all of them's volunteers, so, you know, gotta do it on when they're available. Here are some more ledges we're going to be going across, or what they call ledges. View from the top of the ledges. another view up here on the, going up and around the chairbacks. Just got to the Chairback Gap lean-to, and I just realized that we passed 2,100 miles today. I didn't see it on the thing. I'm fixing me some oatmeal. Didn't see it on the thing, but nowhere on the ground, but we did pass 2,100 miles. I know it's rained off and on, and it looks like it's going to turn out to be a pretty good afternoon, but I'm going to see if I can get some of my stuff dried out. First view of the day. Probably the best one that I've seen since I've entered the 100-mile wilderness. Well, 83.9 miles to Baxter Peak. We're going into Gulf Haggis, also known as the Grand Canyon of Maine, and one of Maine's 14 natural landmarks. Good morning, everybody. Left the shelter early this morning, about 5:30 a.m. It's going to be hot today, but I'm not complaining or anything. I just got out a little early just to get through some of these hills. Had a river crossing this morning, but it wasn't bad. It was probably about knee deep. And then just going to go across. We got 4 mountains to climb. Anyway, this gorge that we're in, the guy had told us they had dynamited the gorge out to help when there's help with the timber operation, to get the trees downstream or something like that. So that was pretty neat. There's a blue blaze around it. I didn't do the blue blaze. You go see the whole thing, because it was for the 2 miles that on the AT, it was like an 8-mile loop. So I didn't do all that. Here's the view behind me going up Whitecap Mountain. Deep-rooted south, how's that? Pardon? Deep-rooted south.
Tell me your trail name again.
Stinger. Looking at Mount Katahdin from Whitecap Mountain. Now that'll make the hair grow up on the back of your neck. Lord have mercy. There's the finish line. Good morning, everybody. Slept well last night. Coming off of Whitecap, I got into a thunderstorm, and so I done 5 miles in the rain and a thunderstorm, but it wasn't as bad as the thunderstorm we got into a couple of days ago before the 100-mile wilderness. I mean, it was lightning around you and stuff, but it was nowhere near as bad, and the rain was not as hard. Slept real well. Slept in my hammock, and don't have no complaints. Got up probably about 5:45 this morning and got ready for the day. Had a river crossing first thing, which wasn't all that bad. It was swift in the middle, but nothing. It wasn't as tough as the other river where I got to the middle and I was like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. So I went back to the shore and had to figure out a different way across it. But saw some fresh moose tracks this morning, which was pretty neat. And a lot of chipmunks over the past couple days. They are everywhere. Man, that's pretty awesome yesterday, seeing Katahdin for the first time. It's real hazy. You couldn't get a clear picture, but you knew she was there. Got a food drop we're going to pick up today. Just to finish out the 100-mile wilderness. We ended up at Shaw's. Just all of us went in together and done a food drop instead of having to carry 7 days worth of food through here. But man, with my food bag just about empty, my pack feels good this morning. But amazingly, we've only got a 1,000-foot climb today. I've done most of the climb, and then it's pretty well downhill and flat to the campsite. I think we're doing about 16, 17 miles to the Antlers campsite. They say it's really beautiful there, so looking forward to that. Possibly might get to see Katahdin again today. Hopefully it'll be a clear picture. I think those storms rolling in yesterday was kind of is late in the day and everything, so that affected that. It's a great day to be out. Our first view of the day. Johnston Pond. Here at Copper Brook Lean-To, there's a cascading falls right here at it. Inside of one of the lean-tos. Did a little swimming area down there. Antlers campsite.